民主主義を刷新するためにデジタル技術の社会利用を推進したという方です。でこの方はこのサイニック理論に対して強く深く共感していただいている方で、新しい意識 OS、 いわゆる船を語っていただくにはもうこれ以上ない、世界でこれ以上ない方という方をお呼びしております。それでは登壇いただきましょう。オードリー・タンさんです。
Hello.
Thank you very much for joining us, and I'm very honored, and I'm already happy to welcome you.
I'm very happy to be here as well. Thank you. Good local time, everyone. We are gathering today in a spirit of remarkable foresight. Omro's founder, Kazuma Tateishi, understood something very essential about navigating change. He knew that society cannot navigate change by looking into the past only. We need a compass for today. And even more importantly, we need a telescope for the far future. We need to see beyond the immediate horizon. And in 1970, he gave the world this compass and this telescope, the SINIC theory. And the SINIC theory is just so comprehensive. It talks about, of course, the predictions for the next decade, but it also maps the future trajectory to 2, 3, 4 more decades. It charts the evolution from industrialization to information, and crucially, also identify the destination. And so destination, as revealed by the telescope, is called this autonomous society and then the nature society. The vision is moving beyond maximizing some output and moving into civic care. And this synthesizes deeply with plurality, the vision of cooperation across difference. And the SINIC theory identified the era we are in, have just concluded 20 years, 2 decades of optimizing society. So we are at an inflection point. And this inflection point is this year, 2025. So we're living through the transition. To navigate this profound shift, to move then from an era of maximization to an era of co-creation, we need a new steering wheel. The new steering wheel, the social operating system, is what I call plurality. So the old system is maximizing output. Let's call it Max OS, not Mac OS, Max OS. It's incredibly successful by its own metric. It maximized material wealth, efficiency, industrial output. It dominated the world. But SINIC theory diagnosed that. The mindset reached the absolute limit because the conflict and confusion is inherent in the maximization logic. One example, many of you here have used social media. 10 years ago, social media algorithm introduced this idea of maximizing engagement through what's called a recommendation engine. Recommendation engine figure out some way to keep us addicted to the screen with the retweet button, repost button that spread, go viral, maximize attention. While the original inventor of social media, microblogging, thought, oh, maybe the good content will keep people to the screen. It turns out that keeping us angry is even more useful to maximize our time on screen. This is called engagement through enragement. And that made social media what I call anti-social media. Platform engineer to maximize engagement, but create a very high PPM. I don't mean the CO2 parts per million. I mean polarization per minute. So every minute, a lot of polarization because of this maximizing OS. And then we introduce even stronger AI into the loop. If we maximize AI further this way, yes, there is human in the loop, but it is a human in an AI loop. It is like a hamster in a hamster wheel that is spinning faster and faster. It's not a good idea for the hamster in the AI loop. And as AI becomes thousands, hundreds of thousands times faster than human cognition, then the maximizing becomes very, very brittle. It produces outcome faster than any of us can comprehend, and we can never see the consequences. At that point, we become like plants, grow very slowly, and AI become like gardener. They move very fast. And the ethics is completely different in that sense, because the maximizing logic would mean it's like a gardener that want to maximize the output. So it runs bulldozer across the garden every millisecond and make sure there's only one kind of grass. It looks very clean, beautiful even, but there's no diversity at all. So we need to tune the AI to a different logic, to the tune of the garden, putting AI in the human loop, not human in the AI loop, so that the idea is not maximizing extraction, but in fostering care. And this is what I mean by plurality. It takes the polarization per minute, the extreme, but use that as fuel. Instead of saying, oh, this is too hot, this will explode, we build a geothermal engine to channel the heat of conflict, of polarization back into co-creation. And the way to train AI agents in plurality, I call six-pack of care. It is 6 training program for AI: attentiveness, responsibility, competence, responsiveness, solidarity, and symbiosis. And the alignment of civic AI by this process will agree with what SINIC identified as the connectivity and creativity, part of the hallmark of the autonomous society. So you will ask, how does it work in practice? The idea, very simple, is to move from outrage to overlap through what's called the bridging systems. In Taiwan, 10 years ago, we started using a system called POLIS. It is not an anti-social media. Research shows any social media with a retweet with quote button or the dunk button accelerate division. So in POLIS, we remove the retweet button. We also remove the reply button. So whenever you see an idea from a fellow citizen, you can say, oh, I agree, or I disagree. And you see your avatar moving toward the group of people who share your sentiment. It's a group selfie, like a landscape you can see. And then the bridging bonus is introduced. So instead of the extreme ideas go viral, only the bridging idea go viral. We reward the idea from the people who can bridge toward the people who are different from them to propose an idea. For example, for the Uber conversation, one side say search pricing is very good, but one side said labor law must be respected. So maybe together, a new idea, a bridge idea, say you should never undercut existing meter, but you can only go up. That's a symbiogenesis, symbiosis generated by both sides. And that gets the like from both sides. And so maximize bridging. And we make that go viral. And the algorithm elevate these overlap. And the result is what we call uncommon ground. The common ground that was hidden. And so it uncovers the uncommon ground, leave everybody somewhat happier and nobody very unhappy. And this is the result of the overlap. And so this is more than just theorizing. We moved from protesting to demonstration or demo. So last year, for example, many people are unhappy, protesting about deep fake in advertisement, in scam, many famous people like Jensen Huang, NVIDIA, a Taiwanese CEO. You see his face in advertisement. If you click, goes to a scam website, says he wants to give you cryptocurrency or some investment advice. But it's not him. It is a deep fake of him talking to you, running on NVIDIA GPU probably. But it is actually very bad. Many people get scammed, millions of dollars. So if you ask people individually, they say, oh, Taiwan government should never censor speech, never censor content, because we are the most free in all of Asia. But people also say the government must do something. So what should we do? We sent 200,000 text message, SMS, to random number around Taiwan, asking them, what do you think about this issue? And the most polarizing idea, we bridge them together by inviting 450 people, randomly selected, represent the Taiwan demographics in rooms of 10, 45 rooms, facilitated by AI, have a conversation. So the discovery, a broad listening, and then the definition of a convergence of deliberation. So in one afternoon, they went through those ideas, and they vote on the things everybody agree across difference. For example, all advertisement need to have a digital signature. Or if an advertisement that's not signed should be assumed as scam, and if somebody gets scammed 5 million, social media should pay that 5 million damage, full liability. Or if a social media do not set up the office in Taiwan to do liability, we should slow down connection to their video, but we should not censor them. We should just make it slower, throttling. All very good idea from the people. That was last March, and by July, we put that into law. So this year, if you scroll in Taiwan, social media, you don't see any deepfake ad anymore. The problem is solved. And so what we're doing of alignment assembly is to make sure we can quickly upgrade our democratic response to the threat of AI, the same speed as the threat. So that is turning from protest to demonstration. And so the autonomous society, the deliberation, the civic muscle defines the autonomous society. And predicted by SINIC, that is not the end. In 2033, we will move from this autonomous society into the natural society. And the idea, as we have heard, is a extended and finally integrated with nature, machine, and human, symbiotic existence. And already today, we can train AI system toward natural society. Currently, in the West, many people are training very large models of AI. They tell those large models to build next version of AI with minimal human input. And then the next version with even fewer human input. Finally, completely maximizing singularity, no human input needed forever, leaves everybody behind. But that is very dangerous. And we can learn about the Shinto idea of kami, which is not a single God that know everything, see everything, do everything. The idea of kami is that it cares about a river, a village, a forest, is bounded. And so, because the purpose is interwoven with the health of a community, it's not trying to maximize any score. It's just to make sure that these relational fields are healthy, a very different goal. We can call this symbiosis. It's more like an artificial life, not just an artificial intelligence. And this social OS design AI as kami of care. And the great thing is that you can have many overlapping kamis, many small models, none of which want to maximize its scope. Each one care about translation, facilitation, summarization, specific uses. And then they can federate. They can share protocol. So if you want to switch from one social media to another social media, you can take your community with you. If you want to switch from an AI copilot to another AI copilot, you can take your context with you. If you want to extend the help from an AI tutor to an entire team, it becomes AI coach. It can take the context of the team with you. So the idea is subsidiarity, so that everything should be solved at the most local level possible by federating those commies together. It becomes bounded, localized, and symbiotic. And this is the horizontal takeoff, not the vertical singularity, this horizontal plurality. And this transition from the maximizing OS to the plurality OS fulfill the insights of the SINIC theory. Because the money capital that power the optimization, maximization engine in a care society will change to the empathy capital. So building this shift, civic care operating system, is a central engineering challenge of our time. So to help this, Omron, in the spirit of Kazuma Tateishi, has generously made the SINIC theory open source. So it's not just a document, it is a project, an invitation, a movement. Everybody can join together to become good enough ancestor. And so the book, the theory, is the compass, the telescope. It's our responsibility together to build the steering wheel so we can navigate toward the new autonomous and natural society. And to close my talk, I offer a poem. The poem was written when I became the digital minister in 2016 in Taiwan. In Taiwan, 数位 means both digital and also plural. So I was also the minister of plurality to signify the change from the Max OS to the plurality OS. My job description is as follows. When we see Internet of Things, let's make it an Internet of Beings. When we see virtual reality, let's make it a shared reality. When we see machine learning, let's make it collaborative learning. When we see user experience, let's make it about human experience. And whenever we hear that the singularity is near, let's always remember the plurality is here. Thank you so much. Live long and prosper.